Shit. Come back here, horse. Thanks, Hayes. Yep, I got him. Alrighty. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Azagai here. Got the Asia Division tournament. It's going to be the first of the semi-quarterfinals, so we get to see the top 8 teams fight it out to see who is going to make it into the top 4. But then again, we also do have the losers bracket. Even if when they're in the top 4, there is the winners and the losers bracket, so we'll get to see some exciting battles, hopefully. That being said, we have 2 sets of battles tonight. We have Xeon versus Crusaders. Gonna be Crusaders, the reigning champions, otherwise the defending champions for last season and the season before that, and basically being 7-time tournament champion winners. I think it's 7 times now. Or are they going to make it 7? Sometimes I lose track. Sometimes I believe Crusaders have just won everything. But that is still to be seen. There is a chance for others to take down Crusaders. Let's see if that happens. Other than that, later tonight we also have Northern Legion versus TKT. No, I have not seen the new units, and I have not tested the new units, so I am not sure what to expect from the upcoming season. So, let's... I'm gonna have to wait for that. Oh, you know. Alrighty, so we should have the pick ban phase before for the Xeon versus Crusaders shortly. So let's see what they pick and what they ban. Honestly, I think they're just the pick ban not gonna matter too much. They're both gonna choose Wall Fort. So very common map. Not criticizing Wall Fort or anything, but it is so common, it's almost predictable. So, I do expect both Crusaders and Xeon to both pick Wall Fort. Very predictable. Yeah, you can really tell mostly what's going to happen before the battle even starts. Just the outcome of the battle. You can't be completely sure of. We have AB and PP King tonight, yet again. So, very interesting to see these two commentate for the tournament twice in a row. Got nothing to do with you. What do you think of the team got DMCA'd from? Huh? Myth of Empires? I think it's a frivolous DMCA takedown. I think it's mostly to stifle the competition. Honestly, I could see reason to why those guys might be acting in this way. I mean, Have you seen Myth of Empires? It's got so much stuff to do. You'd think like, how do they have almost this stuff? It's like it's built on some other game or something. Could be possible, could not be. But anyway, we have the pick ban for Xeon versus Crusaders. Let's have a look at what they ban. Pretty sure we already know what they're going to pick. Pretty sure anyone could probably predict what they're going to pick. But nonetheless, bans a little bit interesting. Mainly because this also shows what they're kind of weak at. We've got a Harbor City ban out from Xeon. Interesting pick. But then again, Crusaders have shown strength on Harbor City, even though Wallfort and Harbor City are both quite similar, quite predictable in their playout. Not similar, say. A Hylon Fjord ban. Did not actually expect Crusaders to not like Hylon Fjord, so that is quite interesting, in fact. But nonetheless, a wall fort out from Xeon. Probably going to be another wall fort out for Crusaders, and that is correct. Doesn't look like we got too much, we don't look like we have anything unexpected right now. So, we got the two teams ready to rumble on a double wall fort. We got Xeon and Crusaders tonight. Whether or not Xeon can give Crusaders a hard fight, I'm going to have to give it to their previous performance that they might be able to take a battle. Whether or not they'll win, probably harder to say. Well, probably don't think they're going to win. They can try. They can definitely try. Nothing to do in here. In the meantime, I'm going to eat some chicken. Sorry if I interrupt you guys. Alrighty, looks like we have the battle between Xeon versus Crusaders. Gonna kick off in a couple of minutes. First, wall fort. So who is attacking? Does look like we have Xeon attacking Crusaders on the wall fort. Let's have a look at their lineup real quick. Not too interesting with the lineups, I would say. Kind of predictable. You got the triple tier 4s, a couple of the double tier 5s. Crusaders going in with the double tier 5s all the way. Let's look at some key units. Lots of Iron Reapers, lots of Medals. Does look like Crusaders might go for an A hold. When you got no cavalry, that means they're going for an all-in. So, let's see how Xeon handles this all-in on the A point. Lots of culverins, two mortars. Two mortars probably going to take out the wall. No I don't. Yes, indeed, Hayes. I think this is going to be an A hold here from Crusaders. Probably going to be one of the most forward. This is probably one of the most one of the more used strategies nowadays on wall fort. I've never seen so many A holds from the defending side so often. But right now, here we have Xeon going out with culverins at the front. Interesting pick. Trying to get that wall fast as possibly down. Crusaders should have the two mortars being built on the backside of the stairs here on the B side, so definitely going to have some pressure on that wall. Doesn't look like Xeon's trying their best to break down this wall, and they're having Axe Raiders climb up. Xeon sacrificing a spear. Double mortar shot hits that. I'm not sure what he was trying to accomplish. Very interesting that the door's still not open, but they're shooting it with culverins. They sacrificed 3 culverins by the looks of it to destroy that gate. I need a little kinder. Sorry. Does look like a rush from Xeon. Probably a mistake there. You had the spear, you had the longsword, climb over, didn't open the door. So Hayes, yeah, longsword not opening the door was kind of a mistake. He was already up on the wall, but nonetheless, we are still having... Wow, Xeon actually makes it right across. I'm not sure how much health this bridge is at, but they're definitely taking a risk running super fast with those super fast Axe Raiders. Mortar's still putting pressure, and it goes down! Massive kill. Holy cow, I think I just watched 2 Axe Raider squads just get murdered. It's interesting that Crusaders went for an A hold and failed to destroy the bridge in time. And we have so many Axe Raiders up here. No response from Crusaders as well. Crusaders destroyed the bridge, but the bridge killed quite a few Axe Raiders. Big Treb coming out, hitting their own guys, actually. But those Iron Reapers are getting rinsed by some throws right now. Xeon might get pressed here. I don't know. Wow, Crusaders just showing some really bad decisions here. Lanzi, there you are. Not playing your longbow this time. Mortars being deployed, and the A point being picked up right now. This is actually a fast time, and we've already had 2 massive battles. This Shield Maiden gonna get Treb to pieces. Whoa! Although it didn't finish them off. Man, that Shield Maiden just ate it super hard. Axe Raid is still surviving somehow. Grape Shot being deployed. Wow, Xeon is making a mess of the defense of Crusaders right here. But double medals coming straight through. Axe Raiders are going to sacrifice their lives to this Treb, directly onto the Treb. I think that Treb kind of half killed all of them. Oh, fortunately just killed somebody's horse. Crusaders was being down on hero kills was kind of strange. We've gotten massive swings here coming out from both sides. Xeon coming out really huge, taking the A and the B point really easily. Crusaders' lack of cavalry in this next section will probably be a death sentence, depending on how this is set up. I mean, they got plenty of infantry, definitely got pressure with those Nafan Guards and Metallators, but there's Axe Raiders. If Xeon has any Axe Raiders left, or cavalry, they can definitely take out those ranged units very easily. Some pressure being put down on Crusaders. I think Crusaders is kind of being lackluster here. Their tactics is very strange. Their reactions is also off-putting, mainly because lack of reaction from a severe B-side push. They kind of let go B really weirdly and sacrificing one unit after the other. So in this setting, I mean, Crusaders is actually down on units, I believe, if I'm counting unit leadership correctly here. Xeon taking their time. They have plenty of time. They have 11 minutes for the C point. But as much time as you have, you still have to try. Xeon's not making much progress with the Trebs, with the mortars. Does Treb 8 artillery? Maybe some progress there. 7 Trebs left to go. We got some ballistas coming out, so they might go for a skirmishing style, trying to shoot out as many medals as possible. This would be a good tactic if you can get some more Axe Raiders around the C point. Really got to put pressure on Crusaders. They're just sitting comfortably at the supply point, waiting for Xeon to do something. But I'm just worried about Crusaders' reaction to what Xeon's going to do, because by the looks of it, Crusaders is incredibly passive, almost too passive. It's not, I've never. The weirdest thing is I've never seen Crusaders so afraid. It looks like they're afraid of Xeon. I wonder why. What has Xeon got that makes him afraid? C-hold is classic. Nearly everyone does it. C is very, very easy to defend as the defenders. You got the supply point literally right there, and to resupply as the attackers takes so long. Xeon making a rush towards the supply point right now. Crusaders, man, I don't know. They went for an all infantry lineup, but without any cavalry, you really don't got the momentum or impact to really turn the tide. So you've really got to win these infantry battles. Here comes a push towards the Z point, about to be expected. Like, this was a long time coming. Crusaders about to walk into a massive trip here. We get to miss it, though. That's unfortunate. Metallitor's shooting down towards the position, but I think the angle is a bit too high as they're shooting way over, but they do hit some nice hits. Axe Raiders, and whoa! Iron Reapers going in on the left-hand side. Probably going to get charged in 2 seconds. Another set of Iron Reapers. Switching to Flail, though. Wow, what are you doing? Tundra Humans in the back line. Going to sweep back around. And an Imperial Pike March. A massive Imperial Pike March slaps the Medaus down onto the ground as Tundra Humans comes through. Tundra Humans is still around, but the Axe Raiders gobbling up this left-hand side. But the middle seems to be untouched, not engaged. This is bad by Xeon. Xeon not engaging right now. A second Imperial Pike March countered by an Imperial Pike March of their own. Crusaders will turn the tide on this left-hand flank, but Tundra Humans trying to make a best of it. Xeon takes out the Nafan Guards. Nafan Guards are out. Left-hand side has recovered with some reinforcing Iron Reapers. Wow, these Medaus are definitely not in position, but a third set of Medau finally makes it up for Crusaders. Crusaders are losing heavily, but so are Xeon. Xeon probably lost as much or even more than Crusaders by the looks of it. Crusaders actually holding the Z point very well here. I think mistakes all around, but in the end, it was really, really a tough fight for Xeon, coming against so many Medaus. Using up their Halberdier Sergeants, very surprisingly, and Imperial Pike Guard. So, definitely this next battle is going to be a drain on Crusaders. Remember that Crusaders have to go with a double tier 5 lineup. Double tier 5 lineup really can't afford major losses. Only catching about 50 or so unit advantage here. 70, more closer to 70 unit advantage from before. So they're about 170 units up for Crusaders. Though I forget what the natural deficit was, since I did not look at the unit count. So at that time, 7 minutes to go. Xeon has probably just enough time to do a three attacks if they attack now. So let's see if Xeon does the slow approach and tries their very best. Still lots of Iron Reapers, still lots of Medaus. We have most of a Metallitor squad out on the field right now. Xeon is on the approach. But lack of cavalry, there is no normal. There's no normal when there's a lack of cavalry. The weird thing is that Crusaders going with no cavalry is the most interesting thing to me. And we've already seen that the Axe Raiders performing massively for both sides. Both sides taking use of those Axe Raiders. Ooh, this might be painful. They just took a mortar shot. Only a couple of them actually got hit by the explosion. No direct hit. A ballista being used. Probably gonna trying to shoot the Metallitors that are trying to flee from you. Does shoot at something. I'm not sure by the quality of the units or the types of units being brought out that Xeon's got a chance to win, only slimly. Still a lot of Halberdier Sergeants, which are very strange to me. Xeon finally making the approach towards the C point. Oh man, this could be brutal. Again, Metallitor's going to be in position 2 seconds. Any artillery that you do build will probably get shot down. Really need to keep moving the mass of infantry. These Keshigs should go straight for those Metallators. Put some pressure. Go for them. But here they are at the back line. Zeon messing up already. But a massive push here on the left-hand side. This is going to be a little bit of a clockwise fight here. Iron Reaper is going to stall the mid-section. Imperial Pike March does come in, but it's not going to be too effective. Massive charge from the rear. Keshig just slices right through the center of a Medal. Left-hand flank is falling for Zeon. Massive losses all round, but definitely looks like Crusaders are on the up and up as they completely dominate yet again with reserve units pushing forward. Unit deficit continues to increase. Zeon, wow. Zeon not really having very much choice here. I'm not sure what to say. This is a perfect example of why Crusaders is the best. That commitment to the push there. They knew exactly what side they wanted to win, what side they wanted to fight for. They went for the far side. So, the far side away from the supply point. They kind of ignored the center. Allowed. The problem is as well, Zeon didn't move up through the center. Didn't control the space around C point. They allowed Zeon to get kind of to the back. And also, the cavalry coming in, actually fairly ineffective when you really think about it, compared to just the sheer number of infantry that was lost while holding. Even when you don't think you're getting squished, Crusaders will somehow squish you. So it's kind of crazy. I mean, Zeon goes with a charge in the back, but infantry from Crusaders come in and squish them from the other side. So they walk straight. So the charge just walks straight into a bunch of Medals. But we got a lot of surf units. We got one Medal leading the way, I think. Nope, something else leading the way. This will be interesting. We got 2 sets of Medals still on the field for Crusaders. 3, maybe. The battle is still raging on. These 100 humans need to be very careful. Right-hand side for Crusaders looks very strong. Left-hand side is going to be swiped from the... Yep, but Medals still hold. So the left-hand flank is not completely destroyed. 100 humans charging straight in, but there's so many Medals in the center line there. Left-hand flank does fall for Crusaders. Crusaders holding the center line, well, the main right side. Keshik just being thrown in, kind of in the without caution here. 13v10 right now. Zeon could definitely go for a hero battle, but why are they losing? Crusaders just going super deep as... Look at Zeon. Zeon is all retreating as Crusaders go hard on each of their heroes. That is, you have 12 heroes. You have a CC advantage when you have 12 heroes on the field, but one by one, Zeon is falling. Zeon is getting caught one by one, and this is without cavalry from our defending champions. Crusaders doing an amazing job, in fact. It looked a bit shaky from the start, but Crusaders definitely pulling out some amazing teamwork and coordination in terms of just being able to stick it into the fight. I'm gonna have to also call that Crusaders are masters at killing heroes. Look how many. I'm bet you there's so many hero kills, even against such a top tier team. Look at those hero kills. Let's have a look at Zeon first and see they are the attacking side. Zeon not getting very many kills, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 permadeath, almost half the team. But good pickups on the kills. I mean, 1,012, 1,012, 800, 800, 800, 700. But the rest of the team, a couple of people doing subpar. I mean, par. Most of them doing subpar here. Especially this bottom runger, only getting 10 kills and 71. Only 71 unit kills here. I mean, unit kill score. But have a look at Crusaders. Crusaders doing an amazing job with the kills here. 4, 1, 3, 4, 3, 1, 6, 1, 3, 4. Wow, that is a lot of kills, if I do say so. One permadeath, actually. Looks like one of the spears from Crusader permadeath during that battle. Not sure if it had too much of an effect. In the end, a couple Crusaders also having some outstanding performers, but strangely enough, the unit kill on average is probably slightly higher. But they also had their own bottom rungers here, like Lanzi. Lanzi, what are you doing? Playing a maul. He's better at a longbow. I'm pretty sure he's better at a longbow. I'm gonna have to say, Crusader is definitely changed a little bit from their previous strategies, but they're still just as strong. It's kind of amazing to watch Crusaders fight against the enemy team and see the masterful commitment that all of the heroes have when they are going in it. They're going in it to win it because all of the Crusaders going in to win, killing off the heroes one at a time. So, Crusaders. I mean, it comes back to my idea that being a good hero killer is a very important thing about being a top tier team. You can't kill the enemy heroes. You're not a very, you can't kill, if you can't kill the enemy heroes, and if the enemy heroes can kill you, then you definitely got a problem on your hand. You really need to be able to kill heroes. If you can't, you end up in these situations where every single one of your heroes starts dying and dropping like flies, and Crusader all of a sudden has 15 heroes versus your 5. It can be that quick. It can be that soon. Again, you gotta keep your heroes safe at the same time. You gotta take out the enemy heroes. Definitely better performers to teams that rely on hero killing. Killing off the hero means that the current unit is basically ineffective. So could have a knock-on effect to the unit battle. I would have to agree. Crusader very solid at the C point. They definitely knew when not definitely knew. I think Xeon's mistake was not using their movement to their advantage. You obviously saw that Crusaders come out with Iron Reapers, Medals, definitely super heavy infantry, the best of the best. They're also slow though. You had Axe Raiders, you had Axe Raiders available, you had so much artillery available, but you just didn't use it. You also had to deal with the Metallators, so a direct confrontation was probably Xeon's worst mistake. In it, taking a look at it from the spectator point of view, since I knew what Crusaders was bringing, I knew what Crusader was bringing, so I knew that all in all, Xeon couldn't stand a chance in a direct confrontation, and twice they went for a direct confrontation, and twice they did lose. But a good catch at the beginning, so I think Crusader, if they wanted to do a hold again, they got to really shape up on the response to a B-side push. The bridge not going down as soon as possible was probably one of their major mistakes. That bridge should never be able to be crossed by the enemy team unless they want to lose a bunch of units. They kind of did. They kind of didn't at the same time. A lot got through. I think one or two, maybe up to one X-rated unit did die on the bridge there for Xeon. 5 captures, maybe to turn the table for Xeon, but no cap in this match, which is very strange for Yes! My goodness. Crusaders not bringing any cavalry. I was expecting an all-in for A, but I think the B rush kind of threw a wrench in Crusaders' plan. So they just had to make do with what they got. And I'll have to say that it was very impressive that they were still able to accommodate the kind of flanks and cavalry chargers that Xeon was throwing out with just infantry. So this is Crusaders definitely more of a coordinated team in terms of resource management. Resource management is kind of an extremely high level part of strategy. So you saw a lot of situations where the fights were kind of extremely one-sided. So you had like one medal being sacrificed against like 3 or 4 units, and then you had like your entire pile. So you had like a bunch of Iron Reapers, a medal, and some Axe Raiders being thrown right in to the center, or concentrated on a single front for Crusaders, and it chopped away from that main fight, eventually turning the tide around towards the other units that were kind of sitting ducks for Xeon, so they had that advantage. Ah, man. Being a fan of Crusaders, saying as a fan of Crusaders is just like you're always a fan of the winner. Crusaders have basically never lost. I've never seen Crusaders lose in the Asia division, but I have seen them lose against China. Well, I mean the mainland China anyway. But with that being said, we get to see Crusaders attacking this time. Let's see what happens. Xeon definitely got a hold for their defense if they plan to take it to Grassland Assault or call it quits here. Again, this is the quarter semifinals, and there is no loser brackets for those that are lose here. So, only in the top 4 is there a losers bracket. So there's no second chances. This could be the last moment we see. This could be the last battle we see Xeon. Or maybe it could go down to a field battle. But we'll just have to wait and see as we look at a big change from Crusaders lineup. Crusaders going in with the triple tier 3s. Very, very common to see. Lots of Tundra humans. Very strangely enough, not very many Imperial Pikemen. Although Xeon switching up a little bit, but not very many heavy infantry. Strange indeed, but lots of cavalry and lots of Imperial Pikemen. I'm just going to call it right here that Crusaders probably got the better lineup, if I do have to say so. Mainly because I do not trust these Halberdier Sergeants, but they bring Halberdier Sergeants anyway. Both sides do. Axe Raiders, lots of Axe Raiders, so the Axe Raiders are very aggressive at the start for these wall assaults here on Wall Fort. It will be very strange that if these Axe Raiders can't take the wall by themselves, very difficult to find units that would last on the wall that doesn't get instantly trebbed or can go toe-to-toe with Axe Raiders without being an Axe Raider yourself. Xeon coming in with 2 Metallators, 1 Mettallator coming out from... no, 2 Mettallator coming out from Crusaders. No Nafan Guard this time. Looks like Nafan Guards are kind of in the dumpster right now. Not used much anymore. That mostly comes down to the fact that Axe Raiders are basically immune when they're charging. Xeon going for a forward defense. They got the Halberdier Sergeants here on the ladders, gonna protect from climb-ups. Again, that brace is one of the most powerful brace in the game, and not affected by the nerf that did come in for braced units. One of that being is the brace. When units are in brace formation, they cannot attack units. They cannot attack units directly adjacent to them. Fortebraccio has that. Has an additional debuff that does the same thing, but they cannot attack units 2 spaces away from them. So not only can't they attack from directly in front of them, they can't attack people that are 1 space away from them either. So they have to be at least 2 spaces away before Fortebraccios can attack them. Anyway, we have some Axe Raiders being thrown up, slaughters a bunch of Woodcutters, not very many losses, but the bridge does look to be dangerously low as Crusaders backs off. I'm not sure where this Axe Raider is being thrown. Be very sad if that Axe Raider was walking forward to their death. Crusader does take out one of Xeon's members. I'm not sure where from. Trying to stall the battering ram at the front gate. Not sure what you're doing, though. Crusader's not reacting. Well, maybe they are. Lanzi going in with the short sword, so he does change quite a bit. I like to call out Lanzi, mainly because he's the only name that I can actually read. Unfortunately, I don't know Chinese. Maybe I should learn Chinese. The A point is being grabbed. The wall might go down. Or maybe have gone down. Yeah, it did go down in the meantime. Or maybe I already said that. We got Crusaders grabbing the A point. We have some mortars already being built. A little bit behind time. Probably around about 30 seconds. Hi, how do you skill the short sword? How would I skill the short sword? I would go Thunderstruck, Shielded Charge, shield throw, and Ironside. Thunderstruck and Ironside is basically your bread and butter. Shielded Charge is a great catch tool, and Shield Throw is a great catch tool. Both of those are super good catch tools. So definitely would skill a short sword into just aiming for the enemy heroes. That's what you do. Your attributes, very easy. You go straight armor. You know why? Because your Ironside is scales off as armor. You can scale a little bit mid-maxy for armor and toughness, but full armor makes you very tough to kill and very difficult to damage. And when you activate that Ironside, that is doubly so, 125% extra defenses. So no strength, no, you don't need damage. Short sword, all about survivability and disruption. You got that slow, you got that shielded charge, you got the Thunderstruck, very powerful ultimate skill. Very good, in fact, because it puts you right in a good position to assault or follow up on any hero that is nearby. Definitely a good, definitely a very strong class. Basically, it is the class that is the most annoying to deal with because they survive nearly anything you throw at them. We got some gray hair garrisons from Xeon. These Metallators not really hitting on target. Again, they're super inaccurate. Yep, I'm going to stream the Asia Division tournament. I'm going to try to. I've got apparently a funeral to attend. That's going to be, annoying. I'm going to have to see if, when that funeral is. If it is at that time, I'm going to be pretty sad. But I will try my... You will play! Oh my goodness. You're playing as... Cat... Oh, well, I mean, what are you... which team are you playing for? I believe you said that before. You've been on my stream before, last season as well. Oh, AMS. Amestris? Cut that. Alright. I do hope I get to catch your battle, but unfortunately, I might miss it because I might have to attend a funeral at the same time in the morning because it's going to be morning for me. So I do hope I can get to stream. If I don't, I'll hope I rewatch the SA division for you later. Sad face, I know. But we have a massive engagement here coming in. They're going for the stairs here in the center. This is probably one of the classic things I've seen from a lot of teams. Crusaders also coming in through the center. Medal's blocking off the left and the right hand side, crushing it here. Xeon a little bit slow to react, mainly because they are coming in from the stairs side, blasting right through the Fort Ratio here on the back side. We got some Tundra humans trying to clean up the remainder from the center line. A wing to start charge at nothing, or a half wing to start charge. Crusaders sacrificing a little bit here and there as Xeon cleans up the rest of them. But a forward defense, very smart. They pushed up their units here to slow down the enemy. Unfortunately, they let someone through. Only stops it for a second or two. Imperial Pike March in the wrong direction. Catching coming in from behind. Slashes the Imperial Pikemen to pieces. Now completely surrounded. Crusaders surprisingly losing out. We got some cataphracts. I did not see cataphracts coming out from Crusaders before. But they're doing their very best. Pretty heavy losses, if I do say so. Both sides suffering a lot here. But Xeon might be coming out on top in that exchange. Definitely the resupply point could be the answer. Definitely making it very easy to throw more units than your enemy can. But that exchange could be a death sentence for Crusaders if they lost a lot of key units. Does look like quite a few of Crusaders did die in that exchange. So it's gonna be pretty impressive how many kills Crusaders, how many... Whoa! Looking at the respawns, Crusaders died a lot, in fact. Xeon doing very well at catching Crusaders' heroes out. Alrighty, we're waiting for the approach right now. Looking to head towards the supply point yet again. Maybe going... Why are some not village watchmen, Pike militia already up on the field? This is, not good by the... I mean, like, it's a not good sign. When you've got a bunch of... When you got a bunch of low-tier units out so early. That Treb hitting nothing but a wall. Exchanges being very bad right now. The B getting captured for more time. I was kind of surprised. I did not realize that the B is actually not capped yet. That entire time, I didn't realize B wasn't capped yet. I thought Crusaders would have already had B. But apparently, that is not true. B is only getting capped right now. Little bit of cap points. Really got to stick a unit on top of that point. Even if it's a surf unit, it will be great at avoiding these small caps. Your C point is very close to be capped, and if Crusaders stand on it for maybe 2 seconds, it is an easy grab. Not the best for you, and I am sorry about that sound. Whoopsie daisy. Got 3 short sword and a ballista shooting at them. That might be painful. More artillery are coming up. I mean, more artillery are being used. No grape shots, though. Grape shots would be way more effective in this situation. What? Finally, we have Xeon making their final approach. If they... Not Xeon. Crusaders making their final approach. This will be, attack that probably decides the fate of the rest of the battle. As Halberdier Sergeants hold the front. Lots of Halberdier Sergeants, in fact. We got some Axe Raiders landing right on some Greyhair Garrison. Greyhair Garrison getting chopped to pieces. Double Imperial Pike March gets smashed to pieces. Another Axe Raider coming in from the side here. Gonna mess this Imperial Pike March up heavily. But double Imperial Pike March, massive! Tundra Human from the side here sweeps out every single one of those Tundra Humans. Wow. Keshig's coming in, slaughters them all. Wow, we have some Brassian Wild Flames as well. Where are those? That is a very strange Metallitor. Metallitor is shooting right there. I thought someone deleted that a second ago. Xeon losing at the beginning very hard here, but they're making their way towards the C point, throwing lives on here as more and more people flood through. Winged Star Charge cuts off the retreat for the Tundra Humans, swings them out, but here comes a reversal. Massive death out from Crusaders here, but also death coming out from Xeon. But all I see is red on this C point. Crusaders might get pushed out here, might lose their attack. My goodness. The defending champion is about to lose an attack. One of the things I was confident of them doing is attacking. Probably what I sensed in their defense, a little bit too much patience. Probably I'm not sure what to call it. The difference in performance is quite apparent that Crusaders were not ready for, or didn't have the setup for an attack like that. Still down on unit count, and definitely on the losing end here. Cavalry did come in massive, but the losses are mounting. Crusaders probably on their last leg. They have 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. A lot of respawns coming in. 14 heroes only, but here comes the 15th hero. Xeon is probably going to go all in as well. I would have just charged. I don't know why he stopped. Oh, God. Very awkward charge. One grape shot being deployed. More grape shots should be deployed. We got a double. We have a fight on two fronts here. We got one on the supply point. We got one in the center. And we got one here on the right-hand side. Where are you going? They're switching units. We got Halberdier Sergeants fighting off some Pike Militia and some Medal. Cataphracts coming in from the side here. But the Medal's still holding strong. It is a Medal pile in a corner getting shot by some ballistas. We have a couple of Imperial Pikemen walking. This is surprising, actually getting defeated by the Halberdier Sergeants. Halberdier Sergeants actually kills off the Medals. Tundra, I mean, whoa, so many deaths coming out from Xeon. Very interesting last play from Crusaders. Crusaders does take the C point here, and they're going to head on towards the base point. And Xeon has nothing left in the tank right now, even though they have 330 units. They have no heroes on the field. This is really bad for Xeon. I mean, the hero kills should have been very even there in the midsection, but now swinging massively in Crusaders' favor. Crusaders just dominating for this last section. Surprisingly, dominating for this last section. I think the Halberdier Sergeants are coming up huge. Somehow the Halberdier Sergeants are the counter to Medal's, very surprisingly. But Winged Hussars and Keshigs, no, just Winged Hussars coming in through only halfway, but a mass swarm of surf units going to be thrown here at the point. Not going to do you any good if you cannot push them out. Some Keshig's going to come slicing through. Not something a village watchman or Imperial, not a village watchman or a Pike Militia being able to deal with. And definitely heroes are going to get sliced to pieces. Well, that's what I'm seeing. Normally, Halberdier Sergeants are not really that effective, but apparently they're coming into their own on the tournament. Seeing them quite often. Trying his best, trying to get onto the point, but he gets stuck on the grape shot. Well done, Crusaders. Does winning the engagement here. Gonna have a look at the scoreboard just quickly. Lot more death than before. We had another Lanzi permadeathing somewhere in the center there. The kills, I think most of the kills came out at the very end, but definitely I expected more death out from Crusaders. Lots of kills, though, always to be expected from high-tier games. Well, I say high-tier games, but like when one team gets more kills, more hero kills than the other, definitely can swing the tide. Units, ooh, bit shaky on some of them, but the top two still doing well, and we still have 4 or so guys coming out with the 700 plus, definitely pulling their weight and then some. Man, Crusaders very scary at the midsection there. I really thought they were going to cut it really close or even lose an attack there, but in the end, Crusader does pull it back very easily. They're crushing the heroes from Xeon, and definitely, even though there were 2 sets of Medals in the center, Halberdier Sergeants coming up massive with the multiple stun, just stun locking out the Medals, and massive charge yet again coming out from the Cavalry. Cavalry at the very end really making the major difference for Crusaders. This is why Cavalry is still very effective. They have powerful abilities and can definitely turn the tide of a fight. Halberdier Sergeants, good job though. Great counter to Medals. That is probably one of the few times I've noticed or directly seen Halberdiers just being absolute monsters and very annoying to deal with, especially when you're outnumbered like that. You had so many surf units protecting the Halberdiers, saving them from being hit. My goodness, Crusaders, you scare me sometimes. But That being said, lots of permadeath coming out from Xeon. I did see that they had quite a few kills, so definitely on the up and up from before. So Xeon definitely matching Crusaders here, just a little bit better. Um, hmm. I do think there's going to be an intermission here since the next set of battles won't start until 9 o'clock. So probably going to just call a short 10-minute break, and I'll see you guys at 8:55. 8:55. I'll come back in 10 minutes. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit for the Northern Legion versus TKT. So bye for now. Okay, I'm back on the live scene. Just gonna wait for the clean feed to refresh. There we go. Does look like we got a countdown. So, we have Northern Legion versus TKT. TKT probably gonna be the stronger of the two teams, is my bet. But we're gonna have to wait and see. We're not even in the pick man phase yet. So, I hope you guys can bear with me as we wait around for the next set of battles to begin. Let's have a look read. So, I'm pretty sure everyone's excited about the new season coming on the 21st of December. Ooh, skins are looking pretty mighty fine, if I do say so. The female skin looking much better than the male skin. I think it's mainly the face that kind of ruins it for me. But then again, you can't make it too look like Mel Gibson. Clan Chieftain also looking mighty fine in their kilts. But I am very interested in to see when the trailers are going to drop, because we have the 3 units that we know are coming. The Bagpipers, 3-star unit. The first unit of its kind, a morale-boosting band whose musical weapon of choice buffs their allies with rousing melodies. We got Claymores, 4-star, the sword-wielding heroes from the Battle of Gallows Hill brandish prized greatswords, gaining more defense as they attack. So that's interesting, as you literally have a damage dealing. You literally have a damage dealing unit that gets more defenses. So the more aggressive they go, like if they're just super aggressive, they just get really hard to kill. Maybe they're trying to scale down the battle. 10v10 map. Yeah, I did hear about that. I'll have to see it. I mean, Linwu Fortress with a big shakeup and another 10v10 map. I'm not sure. Why would they only now change the scale of the battle? It's I think the changes is a bit difficult. What's this? Ah, right. Yeah, the trailer's playing right now. I've already seen the trailer. What's interesting as well is that there are some units here that you don't see, like those sword units with the Demez metal helmets. You don't see any units with the main metal helmets. You got the Vassal Longbowman. The Vassal Longbowman looks a little bit weird in this situation. And it's so much of a tease because look, he is holding a great sword, and I know for sure there's no way there's going to be a great sword weapon. Like, they're not going to introduce another weapon after they just introduced the pike 2 seasons ago. Oh, that's because the clean feed just refuses to play this on very high sound. Like, that's 100%. So the clean feed's just really quiet. And the thing is that if they were to turn up the sound, it would just be sometimes it, sorry. The clean feed runs the video and the audio separately somehow. So I get the video correctly, but sometimes I don't get any of the sounds. And that's just how the clean feed is working for the Conqueror's Blade devs, and they haven't changed it. It's been like that for several seasons now. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, like, if you guys wanted to see the trailer, uh, U-Dog Hayes did put in the trailer, the link to the trailer, so, I mean, like, maybe it's actually a malicious site and Hayes is trying to steal your money. Don't click the links. Don't click suspicious links. Alrighty, just waiting on the pick band phase at this point. Got the pick band phase coming shortly. Alrighty, we got the big band phase for TKT versus uh, NL, otherwise Northern Legion. I'm not sure what TKT stands for. I really should just look up the team names. It should be somewhere. Come on, where are we? League rules, cross division raids, code of conduct, epic heroes, thing, blah 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 blah. Oh right, they just called TKT. Fine, whatever. And Northern Legion. Okay, they literally just called TKT. So, whoa! Ban on Wolfort. TKT going out with a huge ban on Wolfort. Northern Legion going out for the ban on Harbor City. This is not first time we're not getting Wolfort. Oh my goodness. But we get Heilong Fjord. Probably the third favorite map out of all of the teams so far. Whoa, but I'm just so surprised. My goodness, we're going to see something besides Wolfort. We've only had Wolfort like 3 days now. A double Heilong Fjord does look like Heilong Fjord's quite popular. But still amazed to see that Wolfort not being chosen. Heilong Fjord's a little bit difficult to attack, but also a little bit difficult to defend. One thing to always note is that the B side, you either get it through a rush or surprise. B side is super easy to hold. You got a supply point right behind a building, and it is terrifying for an attacker to continuously fight reinforcing enemies on a cycle. Not to mention, if a massive push fails at B, you cannot or should not attack B again because they would come back quick in quick march with brand new units. If you're going for an all-in assault, you're going to go for an attrition battle and you lose, you want to go for A, the furthest point away from the supply point, and you want to force the enemy to retreat on the basis that they cannot lose any more unit. You got to catch them in the rotation, and you definitely got to push in hard and fast. So if you want to do a attrition push, go for A. If you want to do a surprise push, go for B. But you have to make sure that you get to the supply point. Doesn't matter if you get to the B point fast. You got to get to that supply point and stop it dead in its track, because if enemy defenders can reinforce, they will throw units at you like no tomorrow. Have seen successful B-side pushes, but A-side push is the way to go. You got to start off with the A. You got to really counter the setup from the defending team, and it's going to be interesting what kind of approach the team take. I have seen some kind of strange ones where they go through the broken wall, and definitely a period of time of setting up artillery, gotta shoot back and forth. So that's not uncommon, but I have not seen very much of it in the CBL so far. I have seen it once or twice, maybe from some off teams, but they didn't really pull it off very well, or the defenders didn't pull it off very well. But here we go. We are Heilung Fjord. Who was attacking first? We'll get to see in 2 short seconds. I'm going to preemptively take off these things as we get to see the lineups for TKT versus Northern Legion. Oof. I do still believe that TKT is on the up and up and the better of the two teams, but we're going to see if that is true in a moment. Northern Legion is attacking first with TKT defending. Interesting lineup. Question mark? We got 2 Winged Hussars, 2 Keshigs. We got enough Vanguard, in fact. No Metallitorus. Coming out from Northern Legion. The heroes are very interesting. 2 Spears, 4, 5 Pikes. Wow. Lots of Keshigs. 3 Keshigs. 4 Keshigs, in fact. But the wow, lots of infantry and high-tier cavalry. Does look like Tundra Human is a little bit unpopular here between the two teams. Tundra Humans can be extraordinarily effective when it's not against a pike unit, or against the current Axe Raiders. But then again, most cavalry fail against the current Axe Raiders, except Medals. Not Medals. Except Keshigs. I mean, like, the number of times I've watched a Cataphract get stunned locked by an Axe Raider in melee is hilarious. I think it's funny that they created a unit that basically ignores a lot of CC and just goes straight through units. And basically, they created a cavalry on foot. That's basically what they did. Oh, a cavalry that can also throw that also has ranged weapons. A semi-split push here. We do have 4 guys here at the B side gate. Most of them are here at the A side gate here. Overwatching the walls, we got a counter mortar fire. Bam! Hitting the Axe Raiders in the center, but not killing anyone. But I mean, like, whoa! Dead with a headshot. Ouch! Ballista shooting off the guy on the mortar there. Definitely was not expecting a kill in this fashion. Very surprising that a ballista from the start here was effective. Do we have a swing right now? Heading over toward 5 heroes headed over to the B side. Kind of a little bit of a split. More heroes are rocking back and forth right now. Lots of units presenting themselves at the A side. I think TKT hasn't noticed just yet, but it looks like a turnover is about to happen. Northern Legion might... No, they've spotted it. They definitely know it's happening. They definitely know what's happening. Oh, this is the bad situation where the enemy is prepping super hard. Very low on the Treb. The Treb does come in, but it doesn't hit the intended target. Or if your target was a tree, it definitely hit the tree. Well, finally, we have Northern Legion going straight in it. Let's see if they can push all the way through. We got some Palace Guards at the front just holding the line. We got Nafan Guards! Whoa, where'd they come from? Nafan Guards burning down the front line right now. Medals after Medals just pushing. Whoa. TKT doesn't seem to be in a good position, but I can barely see the front line as it gets completely decimated by the smoke. But lots of medals coming out from the defending team, just pushing back the attackers, getting stopped here, dead in its track. Ouch. This is not looking good for Northern Legion. Couldn't press all the way in. I'm surprised the Nafan Guards did not turn the tide as much as it did. Oof. Northern Legion getting pushed out completely here. Now a small skirmish here on the A side. Palace Guards doing a masterful job along with some... those Iron Reapers? Those look like Iron Reapers in the mix. Winning this battle here, Northern Legion puts pressure on the A point, but they should get reinforcements. Quick, smart. The short sword and... Whoa! Down goes that pike. That pike went straight in and got killed. Kind of killed himself there. Switching back and forth right here. Not sure what you're doing. Short sword doing its job, just ignoring the medals and just pinning one of the heroes down onto the ground. Whoa, Winged Hussars pull off their charge. Pulls away. I'm not sure if they charged or not, but now we have a position from Northern Legion. We got some grape shots coming out as well. Getting shot by mortars as it gets hammered hard. Medals, more medals, and lots of medals coming out from both side teams. We got Imperial Pike March coming out from the defenders here. TKT going in hard as they press down on the medals with Imperial Pike March. Is it a continuous Imperial Pike March, or did the Pike March... did they march early? Looks like the medals is a little bit low, but more medals are stacking up here. Chargers straight into the Imperial Pike March coming in from Northern Legion. Northern Legion being very desperate. We've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go right now. My goodness. Northern Legion is winning ever so slowly. Lots of deaths. Lots of unit deaths, sorry, coming out from TKT. TKT could be out of units here. This attrition battle is working out in the favor of Northern Legion. Northern Legion probably going to carry this all the way onto victory towards the next point and the point after that. But it is not very much time. You get this A point, you get about 2 minutes. You get the B points, it's about 2 minutes. You get the Harbor, about 1 minute. But the short sword's definitely not making it easy. One after the other, just barely surviving. Wonder down. Got 13 heroes left. 13 heroes left for both hand sides. And Imperial Pike March finally makes it down from TKT. TKT might just be able to push out the entire infantry pile. The infantry pile took massive damage in the meantime. But another double kill. Wow, in fact. Keshig's charging in. Gets stopped. Half stopped. Whoa. But those Winged Hussars don't get stopped by nothing, as it just charges right through. TKT does another wipe and pushes. Northern Legion right out. But the B point is going to be captured. The B point is going to get some caps off. Let's see if TKT spots it and responds accordingly. This spear, where you going? Apparently hops around and into the back. Does stop the B push. Good. We have a minute, 13 seconds to go. Not very much time. Not enough time at all for Northern Legion to pull off another attack. Definitely the unit count does seem to be very similar, but TKT still holding the absolute advantage. Attrition battle at A, not looking good. All I see is low tier units, but I see high tier units coming out from TKT. Northern Legion, I'm going to have to call it there. You just don't have the strength. You don't look like you have the strength. Massive exchange at the B point, really losing out and carrying forth all the way until the end. Really, really bad for Northern Legion. Northern Legion is also going to see a lot of cavalry just charging right down through the center here. Keshig's charged right through. No, those were Winged Hussars. Keshig's trying to charge through, but more and more units just pour on through. Very upsetting for Northern Legion. But I did expect TKT to be the better team. They were kind of on the up and up for a little bit, but really losing out there at the really losing out on the exchanges. Northern Legion not really performing well on the first attack, not on the second attack, but did did pull it a little bit back on the second attack. I think they should have timed a retreat in order to preserve the units that they did have in order to win later, because they did lose out really heavily at the beginning, and the kind of staggered approach for the A point in the second half really could not win them a perfect advantage. Taking a look at the scoreboard right now, we have quite a only one permadeath coming out from Northern Legion. Two permadeaths, sorry. A couple of kills, not too many. Units are performing definitely unit kills are a little bit under, not performing very well. Unit kills on TKT's side though is on the higher side, but after the performance after that performance, catching them at the back end, I do expect a lot of death to happen. So the scores are not too unexpected in a complete wipe. Not to mention, they did wipe them out twice. TKT being the stronger team of the two, I do think an attack from TKT will be quite deadly. So let's see if TKT will win their attack and call it there for Northern Legion, or whether or not Northern Legion can defend Hailong Fjord and still have a shot on a tiebreaker on Grassland Assault. But we'll have to wait and see as we ready up for the next battle.
Soldiers don't trade as hard as we did in the good old days. Soldiers don't trade as hard as we did in the good old days.
It's a small world after all. This is taking a little bit longer than I expected. Hope you guys didn't hear that. So for those of you just catching the current battles today, we just watched the Crusaders versus Xeon fight. And now we are. Ooh. Now we have the second battle of TKT versus Northern Legion. We just watched Northern Legion fail their attack. Let's see if they win their attack instead. Sorry if I seem a little bit busy right now. Though I am doing something in the meantime. Sorry for doing this to you guys. I would normally comment on the kind of units these guys are pulling, but right now, just gonna have to bear with me as I just check a few things. Does look like I did lose out on some of the other ones, so that's fine. But here we are, kicking it off on Heilong Fjord. We got TKT attacking first. A little bit of a split push happening, so gonna be a little bit no surprises here. So most of them are at the A side, and a couple of them are at the B side. So they will put some pressure on the B side. So you gotta keep an eye out and make sure that your flanks are covered for the B side. A surprise B side cap could cause a chain reaction in defeat. Down goes the wall break on the A side. I'm wondering if the wall break on the B side is also down. Does look like it's down. I'm looking at the mini map here. No big moves from TKT just yet. Some wall defenses from Northern Legion here. Kicking off some ladders. A little bit chill, a little bit chill. We have a ballista shot coming in from the front. We also have some mortars being deployed. 3, in fact. Or no, my eye deceived me. It's just 2. Was that a cannon shot? Doesn't look like the metallic doors. No, I take that back. What was shooting? There are some more firing down right now. Not much action so far as we just wait for with both of them. Both these teams just sizing up each other around these wall breaks. Interesting that it's interesting that TKT not even approaching the walls right now. I mean, not the walls. Not even approaching the gates right now. A little bit stuttery. Well, no, I don't know what's happening. Why is it so stuttery? Sorry, folks. We do have them approach the wall now. We got some Iron Reapers leading the way, and you changed it. Damn it. But they charged through the A-side wall instead. So we're going to get to see some another push. Oh, we back to the B-side. Damn, I gotta stop looking at the developers one. The developers one is kind of a little bit ahead. Just me, or is it a little bit slower than usual? Pyro Pikes moving up. Whether or not they charge, this trip could be massive. But does it hit? Yes, it does! Oh my god, I thought all of them were going to be blocked by a fence there. A nice squeeze as they wait for the opportune moment. Masterfully done there. We got a push hard towards the A point. Massive win, massive victory here for TKT as they completely surrounded the defending team and decimated them from the side here towards the A point. We got the A point basically almost completely secured by... What the heck? Both the A and the B point getting secured by TKT right now. TKT doing an amazing job. Unfortunately, my camera is messing up with the second camera. They really got to put it in... I really got to figure out how to put it away in a spot that doesn't interfere with your viewing experience. Sorry, folks. But anyway, we have the A and the B point being we have the A and the B point captured by TKT, and they will move on to the second phase. We have a little bit of a unit advantage for the defending side. So Northern Legion still got a chance to win, but a C point hold. I've seen it happen. I've seen a C point hold before. It really comes down to how TKT decides to pull off this assault. One of the main issues when you're talking about the C point is that the A side has a tunnel or the bridge, which makes it very difficult to push through, but it does split off into a fork. So Northern Legion has an option to hold those two chokes if they split their forces evenly and manage to hold those two chokes. But it doesn't look like they're going to hold the chokes as they allow TKT to cross the bridge here. I take that back. They might take a forward position for the choke, which TKT should just switch left. Switch left up to the C point and get up onto the C point because so many of the defenders are here and you're having a face-off. But the worst thing about this, you've got 9 trebs available for the attacking teams. Trebs would be massive. Why isn't anyone trebbing? You have the entire enemy team in a defensive formation here. Treb, treb, treb. Here we go. Yes. Does the treb land straight? Does hit hard. Gets blocked. Hits their own units, hits hard again. Whoa, Fortarashios are leaving. We got some Falconettis at the back. More Imperial Pikes are coming up from the bottom here. Going to charge through. Unfortunately, Winged Hussars marching right down. I think this is a bad situation for Pikes to try and push uphill. A push uphill from Imperial Pikemen. Just not having the normal distance it would normally have when you use them and getting absolutely bodied by a charging Winged Hussar. But the B-side push is pulling through. A complete route on the A-side bridge, destroying the attackers there, but we still got a small contingent here moving up on the C point, so let's see if it is going to be successful. A retreat from the Dows, probably preserving their units, but I'll be honest here, Northern Legion doing very well at catching. Wow, look at that. Almost, basically, that Medal unit is gone now. That Medal unit is gone. Not sure what to say. TKT is in a bad position. They are heavily damaged. We got 683 units for TKT and 912 units for Northern Legion. Twice. This is a massive pickup from Northern Legion here. Winning super hard on the A side. Although they did kind of lose here on the B side push, but not really. The catch of the Medals kind of brought that back. So, in all instances, that C-side push was actually extraordinarily beneficial. So, definitely not a good look for TKT. They have resources left, but they don't have time. Time is of the essence. We got 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Really need to get up there and start pushing out the defenders, but you really don't have very much resources. I mean, very many units left. You got 6 trebs, you got a lot of artillery. Mortar's probably not going to be the best option. Really gotta find something with more impact. Something that's deadly when that's, well, lethal. So a ballista would be way better in this situation. Just killing out the units or heroes. Graveshot would also be wonderful. We have a push. We got some ladders being deployed. I'm not sure when I saw it, but it was a long time ago. I did see someone throw up some iron pagodas up on those ladders, and they were semi-effective. Not the greatest, but they were effective at the very least. Preparing on this stairs section, we also have a push towards the push on the B side, C side, towards the C point right now. Going up the stairs, kind of just a ragtag team of Medals. Oh well, sorry. How many sergeants? Sorry, and some Medals at the front here. Can they get all the way up? They're just throwing in units right now. Completely outmassing here on the C point is doing very well for themselves. Both on the C side and the B side doing great right now. But TKT pushes all the way through on the B side. What is happening? Northern Legion, when I think you're up, you just suddenly collapse. What is happening? Gets completely routed off the C point. Gets completely routed at the B side. Where are your units, man? You're letting me down! Why do you hurt me so? Alright, TKT takes the C point right now. And they'll probably take the supply point. Whether or not Northern Legion decides to defend it is another question. Well, lots of cavalry coming out, clearing off the Medals that wanted to go straight for the base point. Probably a mistake here by TKT, wasting their units like that. But a mistake by Northern Legion is about to happen. Can they catch? Oh, they catch one Keshig. Exactly one model. That's not much of a catch, but it's something. Well, the supply point gets easy grab here. They can get an extra minute of time if they capture the bottom section, but it does bug out the respawn if you do capture that point after you capture the C point. So I'm not sure whether or not it's beneficial for to grab that. Not looking good. We only got Pike Militia and Village Watchmen coming out for Northern Legion. I keep forgetting their name for some reason. Alright, just call them NL. NL! Yeah, from One Piece, the character that apparently make a kingdom in space. Push with Iron Reapers at the front. Wow. Still some high tier units still available for TKT. Some ballistas are coming out. Gets blasted by a musket. So that'll get stopped in its track. But the ballista is still coming. Trying to delay for time. But you've got 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Cavalry will have to come in eventually. We've got some Keshigs coming out for TKT. We got the Winged Hussars already charged. More Keshigs coming out from TKT. And it's sweeping out the front line right now. Nothing really can. There's no strong units to stand against the Keshigs right now. They kind of, the Keshigs are kind of doing the same thing that Tundra Humans were doing, where lower tier units wouldn't even be able to hold a candle to these guys. So, very, 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 very terrible situation when you have high tier cavalry like this and they just allowed to roam free. The disconnect between higher tier units and lower tier units is kind of apparent. You really can't do much against Keshigs or Tundra Humans in that fact with some of the lower tier units. But it does look like Northern Legion does seem to have a lot of permadeath coming out. So TKT does go 2-0 against Northern Legion and wins their spot in the top 4 of Asia Division CBL for the season of Tyranny. Tyranny or Tyranny. I'm not sure how I like to say it better. Tyranny. But let's have a look at the scoreboard just for a brief second. Coming up with TKT with a lot of hero kills, but that is to be kind of a given. Again, when you get a complete route, especially in a situation where it's at the very end, you sometimes get people with crazy amount of kills. These 8 and the 6 and the 4 probably coming out because they were the Keshig users at the very end, but nonetheless, lots of kills coming out from TKT. Not so many as death as I would expected. I definitely thought Northern Legion would definitely have gotten more kills out of that, but apparently not. That would also probably explain the very slow rotation from the very slow rotation coming out from TKT. I really thought that they could have generated more momentum when they were going for the A side push. But that would also explain why the rotation for the why Northern Legion was also slow on the rotation for the C. If they lost in the engagement, definitely getting wiped out completely. But uh, sacrificing at unopportune moments probably was a big downside for both teams. I think Northern Legion needs to find a way to work out the team better and definitely need to figure out some better strategies. I think a direct confrontation with I think the direct confrontations did work out well for Northern Legion in some cases, but as you can see there, double or double fronts not going very well. Twice they lost, twice they lose out. The A and the B side gets crushed. The C and the B side gets crushed. Although they were able to crush one side, kind of lose one of the they win one side, they lose the other side, but the victory on one of the sides was so massive that it does pull them ahead of TKT. But unfortunately, could not hold that kind of they couldn't hold that kind. Not sure. Call it a tactic? No, couldn't hold that kind of strategy. No, not strategy. Just it's hard to explain, man. But anyway, let's have a quick look. See if I got your lineup for tomorrow. Otherwise, I will catch you guys. Sorry, I have the schedule. So we have 2 more matches for the top 8. I think we have Tessa versus Mugun Kingdom, and then we have CBL versus Ecliptos tomorrow night. Tomorrow night? No. Oh, it's Saturday. So on Sunday, we'll get to watch Tessa versus Mugun Kingdom and CBL versus Ecliptos on the Sunday. So on the 12th instead of the because the 11th is Territory Wars. But I hope you guys catch me in the next 10 hours because I will be streaming the South America Division tournament. CBL is US, right? No, it is CBL is run by Booming Tech, which is also the developers of Conqueror's Blade. This version would be referred to as Conqueror's Blade Frontier if you were to differentiate it from the game published by My.com in the North America and Europe region. A little bit different, but yes, it is just a kind of how to say technicality. Yeah, that's just how it is. It's nothing really I can. It's nothing really I can do about it. Whether or not my.com plays nice and set up a tournament to join up with Booming Tech is a big question that we all like to ask. But I hope you guys join. I hope you guys are interested in the South America division in around about 10 hours from now. 10 hours, 20 minutes. 10 hours and 20 minutes, sorry. From now, we get to see the South America division, couple of the teams, and one of my own viewers here, Katha Hayes, going to fight it out for victory. Do we get drops? Unfortunately, not. I don't know why the South America division doesn't get drops for at the current time, but they should get drops when the semi-quarterfinals start because they're kind of in the group phases group phase right now. So there's it's kind of like one round elimination. But yeah, sorry about that. There might be drops. I can just double check what kind of drops there are since should have should have seen it coming. So I mean, oh, that's a bit lame. No drops for South America division. Why? Wow, that is very lame. No drops for South America division. So I'm so sorry for those South America viewers. You don't get any drops, but I do hope you guys get entertained by my commentary for the South America division. I do hope I can commentate for both of the matches. Unfortunately, I am scheduled to head to a friend's not a friend to a relative's father's funeral. So unfortunately, my English? I am Australian. I am Australian. Go away. I am Australian. Nah, jokes, man. My English is very good because I live in Australia. So, if you're talking about the Asia Pacific version, we've got Singaporeans, we got Malaysians, we have um, Australians, we have New Zealanders also playing. We come from the Rising Phoenix gaming community. So I hope you guys do check us out. I really wish I had a link for you, but right now I don't. But yeah, a part of a gaming community for Conqueror's Blade, and we do play Myth of Empires. So I've really kind of extended this stream long enough, so I will close it up here. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. But other than that, my name's Azukai, and I hope you guys have a nice day. Bye now.